Hey guys, so I ran into something this week and I wanted to share it out with everybody because I thought it would be a big help. So I got to use my TOGO road link system this week and I noticed that I didn't have any internet. Well, what I found out that it was it was saying that I had no SIM card. And the way I found that was I went to the app on my phone, and I'm going to try to show this. I'm going to have my wife give me a nod if it's showing up. Okay, and so basically where it says connected to TOGO road link AT&T or whatever it says right there, it said no SIM card. And so I thought, okay, what's going on with this? And the reason I want to put this out, so this will work with the TOGO system, but it will also work with the Winguard Connect 2.0 system as well, because they are exactly the same thing. It's just with the Connect 2.0 you can use AT&T or Verizon, and basically you can get your own SIM card, buy your own plan and do it that way. But with that, so with this one, of course, it's AT&T, and it said that there was no SIM card in it. So what I ended up having to do was you have to turn the power off to the system, and then you have to actually get up on the roof, because that's where typically they're installed at. You have to take the SIM card out. You have to repower the system, completely reset it. So there's a reset button, and I'll show that to you in just a few seconds. But you have to hold in the reset button. So what you have to do is you have to turn the power off to the system. You have to go up, you have to take the SIM card out of whatever system you got, whether it be the TOGO or the Connect 2.0. Then once you got that out, you have to repower the system. And then you hit the reset button, which is to the left hand side. I'll show you that in just a second. And then after you hold it down probably for about 10 to 20 seconds, kind of just like a cable modem or something like that, what you do after that point is you turn it off again. So you probably want two people to do this, so you're not having to climb up and down the roof the whole time, or you're going to get a lot of people laughing at you. But once you get it all set up and done, and you've got the SIM card out, you've hit the reset button, then after you turn it off for the last time after the reset, go ahead and put your SIM card back in, and then repower it again. And what you're going to see is eventually what the amber light, because that's what it shows when it's not doing good, will start to turn green again. And it'll actually turn green again as soon as you reset it, but when you put the SIM card back in, it will go amber again for just a few seconds. Then it'll flip back to green. Then you should be good to go. The worst part of this process is getting up and down the ladder. Luckily for me, I had my wife that was sitting down here and turn it on and off as I needed to. It's a very simple process, but it's just figuring out how to do it, and then you're good to go. But now I'll walk you through the actual process of doing this, and we will do the steps, and you'll see it's pretty simple. But I just wanted to put this out to help other people, so if you do get the no SIM card error, you know what to do and how to fix it. Okay guys, so the first step for me here, like I say, is to come here. This is where I've got my switch at for my TOGO road link system. I've just kind of got it built into the panel with everything else on this new RV. But I would flip this switch off. I'm not going to do it now because the internet is actually working, but I would flip this switch off, and from there, that's when you got to get up on the roof, and that's really where you hope to have two people so you don't got to keep getting back down. So we will pick back up on the roof. Okay guys, so now I'm going to try to show this as good as I can. But then once you got the power off downstairs, then what you're going to do, you're going to come up here and you're going to take out these two screws. That's just going to pop this casing off. And I'm going to knock a spider out of the way up here. But as you can see, right now I've got a green light blinking right there. Or not blinking, it's just a solid green light, which is what you want to see. But when it was saying no SIM card, it actually turned amber. You can see the SIM card in there. So with the power out, you just want to pop that SIM card out, and you want to power it back up. And if you can see this little black dot right here, right below my finger right now, all that is just a reset button. And all you have to do with that is just take a little ink pen or something with a point to it, and with the power on, hold it down for 15-20 seconds, whatever the case may be there. But the system is going to totally reset at that point. Then once you do that, you want to turn this thing back off again, and then you want to replace your SIM card back into the system, and then turn it back on. So as you can see, you got a few times of on and off there, so you don't want to have to keep climbing down. That would be aggravating. To me, that's kind of a bad design flaw on these things. But either way, you you turn it back on again, you let it power back up, and once again you're going to see this light. It's probably going to turn green automatically, but then it's going to go back to amber for just a few seconds while it's reading that SIM card, and then after just a couple of more minutes, maybe no more than 2 minutes, you're going to see this thing go back completely green. You can put your cap back on there and you should be able to go back down, and you will have internet just like you did before. The one thing I will say was that when I did it, because it totally lost its 4G connectivity on the system, I did have to go back into the app and I had to turn the 4G back on just like you normally would, you know, if you're going between 4G or Wi-Fi. So all I had to do was turn it back on, and after that we were working good. And probably I think it's a good thing to do every once in a while anyway, just to kind of like a modem to kind of reset it. But anyway, I figured this out and I just wanted to share this out with everybody because it is pretty cool. So I think it's a really neat concept, just to, you know, quick easy way to get it fixed, because I've seen a lot of people saying that this can happen on either or system, but I've not actually seen anybody come out with a fix yet. So hopefully this will help some other people. But with that, I will get ready to close this out. And the last thing I did want to say, and I will actually bring this up here to do this, but I think I might have an idea on how to fix the unlimited problem. So if I'm actually checking into that, but if I can figure it out, I will be sharing a video on that here very soon. But hopefully with the TOGO or with the Winguard, I may have a solution that will still keep you unlimited completely, and that's uncapped and untethered as well. But hopefully I'll have an update on that here really soon. But thank you all very much. I hope you have a good day.